Tyler, you got back in last night and played about 10 minutes. How frustrating has this been for a guy used to playing regular minutes?
Yeah, it's been a challenging year, but it's you have to stay ready. Um, I think the guys that have been in and out have done a good job of staying prepared, um, practicing hard and staying ready. And yeah, you just have to do the little things right and do what you can every night to stay in the lineup.
Have the coaches told you why you were on the taxi squad and not playing?
Um, I mean, I think there's there's been some cap issues this year that has made certain decisions um, maybe more difficult than other years. Um, so we've had good communication. I think it's just been important for myself and for everyone else in my position. Taxi squad guys in and out to stay ready, and we've been practicing hard and staying positive.
Daniel Negraboma, The Athletic.
Hey Tyler, you mentioned obviously the importance of practicing hard and staying ready and whatnot. I'm just curious if it's is it a little bit more difficult to do that in a year like this where you don't have maybe the kind of escape valves away from the rink and you're kind of more confined this year with COVID situations and all that. Is it a little bit more challenging to kind of have some time yourself and kind of you know do that?
Yeah, I think that's a good point. It is hard, probably more challenging than other years because, like you said, you're kind of stuck inside a lot of the time, and there's not much to do outside of the rink. We're limited, but um, that's what we're paid to do. We're paid to play well when we're in the lineup, and if that means you have to take care of yourself and um, grind mentally through the struggles that everyone's going through right now in the world, then that's what we're supposed to do, and that's what we have to do.
I remember when you signed to come back here, you seemed very, this is the place you wanted to be, and you're from here and everything. It's clearly that this season hasn't gone the way you probably had envisioned, but, any regrets, for lack of a better word, about your decision? Or is there any kind of positivity about kind of what's to come here and trying to get into the playoff mix with this team?
No regrets at all. I mean, we clinched a playoff berth last night, which is awesome. We got a great group of guys. We have a real chance. We're growing every night. We're getting better every day. This is where I want to be. I love it here. I love this city, and I'm really excited about what we're building right now.
Tony Brower, Oilers TV.
Hey Tyler, thanks so much for sharing what's on your mind. But you got into the lineup yesterday. How did you assess that game went for you personally?
I thought it was good. I mean, when you haven't played in a long time, it's important to keep it simple and really just kind of let the game come to you and just make sure you're sticking to basics and working hard, and then when you get the feel back, that's when you can kind of make some more plays. And I was confident and I thought it went well, and I think Clouder and Archie were a pleasure to play with. We got Chaser in the third, and he's a great player, and it was fun. I'm looking forward to tonight.
And how much do you look forward to the challenge of potentially cementing yourself in the lineup before the playoffs and beyond?
Yeah, again, it's you have to have the same mentality. Stay ready when you're in. Work as hard as you can. Do the things necessary that you have to do to win games, and that's really as simple as it has to be. Um, for myself, I'm excited for tonight, and I like what our line did last night, and we're looking to carry it over to tonight.
And Tyler, just a quick comment on your goaltenders. Since Smith's return on February 8th, both goaltenders have provided your club with excellent net minding. Can you talk about the tandem and how important that is for team success, as you mentioned, clinching a playoff spot yesterday?
They've been great. Both goalies have given us so much life. Koski played great last night. Um, they've kind of been our backbone. We've had, amazing seasons from a lot of guys, and our goaltending has been a huge part of why we clinched a playoff berth last night.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thanks, Tony. Jim Matheson.
When you haven't played in a while and you get into the lineup, you're a veteran, but is there some pressure in that, you can't, I guess, make mistakes? You're kind of under the gun when you haven't played for a while.
Yeah, I think as a veteran, what you have to do to be successful, especially in playoffs, heading into playoffs. Good habits are so important. But I think that's a good question and a good point in that, when you haven't played, you might be a little rusty, and, confidence is a huge part of this game. And when you're feeling, good out there is when you can kind of make a little more plays because you got the feel for the game. Sometimes it takes a while to get back into things because, the speed of the game and time off, is sometimes challenging to have that feel right away. But, you kind of learn as you get older that when you get the puck in and you forecheck and you work hard and you get some pucks back, then you kind of build the momentum, get some shots on that, and then it kind of grows easily. So you don't want to do too much risky things early, get into the game, and then you can kind of get the mojo going from there.
Thank you.
Yep.
Jack Michael, 630 Ched.
Tyler, the old line in baseball is, finding a guy who can fall out of bed and hit 300. Is that kind of what it's like for you as a skilled guy to, again, you've been practicing and working hard, but is it different when you're in a game situation, having to come up with your skill set right away?
Yeah, it's definitely different. You can't compare practices and games. You can stay in shape, stay physically ready, but the game moves at a different pace. Things are happening quickly. That's why we just talk about how important it is to simplify early and then kind of get your legs and hands going, and then you can get moving. But I think, playing with McLeod last night, it was nice because he's pretty confident through the neutral zone right now. He's a young guy with a lot of skill, and he was a pleasure to play with for sure.
And that kind of leads me to my follow-up. As a veteran player, speaking on behalf of some of your fellow veterans, has number 71 perked some guys' ears up in terms of, whoa, this kid can play?
Yeah, I think, we could see it from training camp and, just practicing with him before the season. He's got great skill. He seems to understand the game really well. He's been a great fit, and I think he has a really bright future. He's a really nice kid. He's got a lot of great tools, and he's fun to play with. He's creative. He's got great offensive instincts. It seems like he's got it figured out. On the defensive side too. He's really fun to play with, and I'm looking forward to tonight.
And your moment.
Yeah, Tyler, I actually wanted to ask you a little bit about McLeod, just because you're a fast guy too, and it seems like you guys could perfectly kind of complement each other. And is he kind of a good player to get back in the lineup with, because it gets your motor going, and you have to kind of keep up with him and stay with him?
Yeah, I think he's good because he's not a nervous, young guy that doesn't want the puck. He wants the puck, which is huge. So he comes through the middle with a lot of speed, and that opens up things all over the place, all over the ice for his other line mates. So yeah, like I said, he's a fun player to play with, and I think he's got a really bright future.
Thanks, Tyler. Appreciate your thoughts.
Yep.